A prominent economist says Malaysia's reliance on foreign cheap labour has become the biggest policy issue in the country's aspirations to move up the value chain, attract FDI and exit the middle income trap. Tan Sri Andrew Sheng warned that Malaysia has no time to be complacent as it faces fierce competition for FDI from neighbouring countries amid a tectonic shift in the world order. Sheng said at the AFIN Conference Series 2023 that cheap foreign hires mean that Malaysians' salaries won't go up. This is why the middle income trap is broken by every country that stops their reliance on cheap labour, he said, citing South Korea and Singapore as examples of nations that pay higher wages and force their companies to move up the value chain. Sheng also said for Malaysia to attract quality FDI, the country should channel domestic investments into strategic sectors such as green energy and technology to develop its own market niche. He said the idea of copying other countries is gone and Malaysia needs to develop its own competitive advantage. IHH Healthcare is exploring more potential partnerships or mergers and acquisitions to strengthen its business, especially in its three core markets of Malaysia, Turkey and India. Group Chief Operating Officer Josim Hengju said the private healthcare group sees certain acquisitions where it can add value, a so-called parenting advantage, as he puts it. In many cases, he said the core of its growth is through M&As, which allows the group to improve its margins, though how the deals will materialize depends on the price and the conditions. Asked if IHH is still keen on acquiring Ramsay Sime Darby Healthcare, Sim replied, "I cannot say much about this, but I would say that we are constantly on the lookout for acquisitions." He said the asset is good, the condition and price still need to be discussed. Berjaya Corp returned to profitability in the third quarter of FY 2023 with a net profit of 3.26 million ringgit from a net loss of 35.89 million ringgit a year ago. Revenue rose slightly to 2.5 billion ringgit from 2.42 billion ringgit a year earlier, thanks to higher contributions from its food retail, property and hospitality segments. The group did not declare any dividends for the quarter. For the 9 months of FY 2023, however, the group posted a net loss of 37.97 million ringgit against a net profit of 5.81 million ringgit a year ago. This despite a 21% increase in revenue to 7.08 billion ringgit, as all its segments, save for non-food retail, reported higher top line. Going forward, Berjaya Corp expects earnings to improve thanks to strong consumer spending, the return of tourism activities and better than expected labour market conditions. At the market close, its shares were up 3.7% at 28 sen, giving the group a market value of 1.67 billion ringgit. Alliance Bank Malaysia saw fourth quarter FY 2023 net profit rise 26.3% to 130.17 million ringgit due to higher net interest income and lower allowances for expected credit losses. Revenue for the quarter was up 3.8% to 468.61 million ringgit. It declared a second interim dividend of 10 cents per share. Full-year net profit rose 18.3% to 677.85 million ringgit on the back of revenue of 1.92 billion ringgit, up 2.7% year-on-year. Alliance Bank Group Chief Executive Officer Kelly Kam said the bank is starting to see results from its Accelerate strategic plan. Kam said the lender garnered 180 million ringgit in renewable energy financing in FY 2023 and aims to grow this figure by 70% to 300 million ringgit in the next financial year. It has also identified the states of Sarawak and Penang as key focus regions and its plans to accelerate progress within Malaysia's fast-growing economic corridors. At the close, Alliance Bank added 1.2% to 3.37 ringgit for a market capitalisation of 5.2 billion ringgit. The KL High Court Appellate and Special Power Division gave Bersatu leave for judicial review of the MACC's action in freezing 2 bank accounts belonging to the political party. However, Judge Dato Ahmad Kamal Muhammad Shahid ruled that the court has no power to grant the party interim relief, seeking the release of funds from the accounts for its operational expenses, which is the subject matter of the criminal trial. Ahmad Kamal ruled that Bersatu's application for judicial review was not frivolous and vexatious and was amenable to review. He noted that even the power of the Attorney General under the Federal Constitution is amenable to judicial review in appropriate circumstances, and so there is no reason why a freezing order imposed by the MACC cannot be subjected to the same. He fixed June 21st for case management.